checks like Nike, let me give you a good night kiss.
What's up YouTube, it's Check Like Niky, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different than usual. Now a lot of you may know who Giannis Antetokounmpo is, and know what he can do on the court is pretty amazing. However, not enough people know where Giannis came from and the tough journey he had before NBA stardom. So, if you don't already love and respect the Greek freak, I have a feeling that you might after this video's over. Giannis was born on December 6, 1994 in Athens, Greece. Since his rookie season in 2013, Giannis has been coined as the Greek freak, making it obvious where he's from. And although his heritage might be Greek, his family tree says otherwise. Giannis' parents, Charles, who was a professional soccer player, and Veronica, another athlete, master of the high jump, are originally from Lagos, Nigeria. Moving to Athens in order to start a better life, the parents had to leave the oldest son behind. That being said, it makes sense why Francis is not as well known as the other Antetokounmpos. Although moving to Athens may have helped the family in the long run, things were still hard at the time as parents couldn't find enough work to support their 4 sons. As kids, Giannis and his brother Thanasis would go out after school and on weekends to sell accessories on the streets with hopes to make at least $10 a day for their family so that they could eat. Even though this was a daily thing for Giannis, he knew he wanted a brighter future. Being abnormally tall at 13 years old, Giannis decided to put time into playing basketball. With that, Thanasis, who was 15 at the time, began putting in work with his brother. Although this is late for most NBA players, Giannis' father was very supportive and began to help his sons work on their form and game. Poverty, however, still remained heavy for the Antetokounmpo family, which forced them to alternate attending basketball practices while the other brother went out to work. That, and of course the fact that the brothers only had one pair of sneakers to practice in, thus switching off. 2 years later, Giannis finally began to shine, of course only being known in Greece, being that he never got enough fortune to be known in America and many other countries. In 2009, just 4 years prior to being drafted, Giannis began to play on a Greece youth basketball team where he grew as a player and of course as a man. By the time he turned 18, Giannis was already 6'9" and gaining attention from other European teams. However, Giannis remained loyal to Ellis. By the time the 2012-13 NBA season ended, Giannis was putting up 9.5 points, 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 1 steal per game in Greece, a pretty versatile player for having only started at age 13. That being said, Giannis put faith into himself and declared for the 2013 NBA draft, hoping to soon bring his family some fortune and stability. After all, Giannis' mother was battling an illness at the time. Taking notice of what Giannis possessed, the Milwaukee Bucks gave the unknown freak from Greece a chance, taking him at 15th pick. Something a lot of people don't know is that Giannis was so caught up in the fast changes that he didn't even own a suit for the draft until a few hours before he was drafted. However, soon problems like that would be a distant memory, and lucky for the Bucks, Giannis would soon become the biggest steal of the 2013 draft class. His rookie season at just 19 years old, Giannis began his journey to the freak that he is known as around the league today. Starting in 23 games of his 77-game season, Giannis averaged 6.8 points per game, 1.9 assists, and 4.4 rebounds a game. Compared to the numbers he would go on to achieve later, this was not an impressive stat sheet. However, what was impressive was Giannis' drive and motivation as he was still battling issues he dealt with in Greece. His rookie year, Giannis would send just about every dollar he made home to Greece, being that his family was always his number one priority. Doing that led Giannis to have barely any money left over for himself, which resulted in him having no transportation to the Bucks arena. Not having a vehicle of his own, and often not being able to afford even a cab with what he had left, Giannis would run to and from the arena. One time, even accepting a ride from a fan. For him, this was no issue, since he didn't even like spending money on himself. In fact, shortly after the draft, he attempted to reward himself with a PS4, which didn't end up working out as he thought he wasted $400 and it seemed to take a toll on him. He soon stole the console for a retail price. The next season went much better for Giannis as he started in 71 games, coming off the bench in just 10. He was now 2 inches taller and put on a bit of muscle in the offseason. So, this time he averaged 12.7 points, 2.6 assists, and 6.7 rebounds, and even got a chance to show off both his athleticism and heritage at the 2015 dunk contest in New York. However, Giannis wasn't nearly as strong as he is now and ended up scoring out in the first round, leaving Victor Oladipo and Zach LaVine to go on and battle. Spoiler, Zach won the competition. This was the year that Giannis began to make a name for himself as a young player in the league, but more importantly to him, he moved his parents and 2 brothers to Milwaukee to live with him in the States. His family was able to even help his game, and after just one more season, he was a franchise name and somebody nobody wanted to face. In the 2016-17 season, Giannis' stats nearly doubled, 22.9 points per game, 5.4 assists per game, and 8.8 rebounds. This earned him a spot in the 2017 All-Star Game. and later that season, this time clinched a playoff spot for the first time since 2015, but unfortunately they were eliminated in the first round by the Raptors. Giannis was finally getting the recognition he deserved and was very happy knowing where he came from and the struggles he once faced. Unfortunately, before the start of the 2017-18 season, his father passed away of a heart attack at age 54. This fueled Giannis even more, being that he lost such a huge piece of his heart. Now, his career is paying homage to everything his father helped him achieve, and him and his brother strive to make him proud. In 2018, Giannis' brother, Kostas, was drafted to the Philadelphia 76ers in the second round, then traded to the Dallas Mavericks, where he would go on to play for the G League. Although Giannis is now an MVP candidate and on his way to be the face of our league soon, he isn't done just yet and will continue to play his heart out, always remembering where he came from. Thank you guys for watching my first Draw My Life. For more of these videos and other NBA type videos, hit subscribe, like, and comment to let me know your thoughts. And until next time, Nike out.
Nigga, get your ass checked like a fucking Nike.